I've designed planners for some pretty iconic brands over the years. Tiffany's, Barney's, Brooks Brothers. It's been a complete dream job. And 2023 marks my 19th year as a planner design specialist and stationery product designer. And 19 years, now that I see that I'm dating myself, is a very long time, especially when you're doing the same thing day in and day out in a very specific niche like planner design. So how did I get here? Well, in today's video, I'm going to introduce myself and share my journey with you. And don't forget to stay to the end because I'm going to share my top 3 pieces of advice for anybody else starting their own business. Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Heather Harris, founder of Copper Bottom Design Co., a boutique product development agency that helps creative entrepreneurs just like you create functional and beautiful planner products. If you're interested in learning all about planner design and overseas manufacturing, you've come to the right place. Oh, and don't miss the boat. Click that subscribe button. This is the first of many videos I have up my sleeve that'll take you from dream to day planner. So how did I get to design planners for these amazing brands? So we're starting from the beginning. Let's go back all the way to 1999. I graduated from college in 99, always knew I wanted to be a graphic designer. So as a freshman, going into school, looking for schools as a senior in high school, I knew graphic design was going to be my focus and what I wanted to do. My family was living in New York at the time, and state schools were the only thing in our budget. So Oswego State University it was, which was the only school, New York State school, that had graphic design as a major. Actually, not true. I believe FIT also had graphic design as a major, but my mom didn't want me living in New York City at 18 years old. So Oswego it was. I graduated Oswego in 1999 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts with a concentration in graphic design. Now, interesting fact, here I'm going to date myself again. Back then, web design wasn't a thing. They introduced web design classes right when I was graduating. So I've been a devoted print girl ever since. After graduating, I had some okay jobs. I first worked in Boston making area guidebooks for college campuses around the city. That job, actually, they opened up an office in New York City. So I got the opportunity to transfer. Had always been a dream to work in New York City. So here I was. But then that company, it was a startup. It folded. So I had to move on. Went and got a job at a pharmaceutical company, which was an amazing cushy corporate job. I got to wear a suit to work every day. I lived on Long Island and took the subway to work. Pretty much loved working in New York City, but it was a tough time in the city's history. We are now in 2001, which September 11th happened. And then there was the great Northeast blackout of 2003, where like literally, I think from New York all the way up to like Maine, Canada, something crazy was blacked out, no power. So basically I got stuck in Manhattan, both of those occasions, and thought, I think I'm done here. I'm going to find a nice, quiet place to live in Long Island and get a job there. So now we're at around 2004. And this is where the magic happens, people. I got a job at Graphic Image, who makes the most beautiful, luxurious day planners you'll ever see. I was a designer there, working with the art director, and we created planners for the Graphic Image flagship line, and then also planners for their clients, which happened to be Tiffany's, Barney's, and Brooks Brothers. It was amazing. Loved everything about this job. I was also introduced to the world of overseas manufacturing at that point. I shared an office with the production manager at Graphic Image, and he was willing to answer all my questions, teach me the process. It really just kind of was amazing. They are a great family-owned business, small but super successful, and they've been doing it for so many years. Had the opportunity to learn so much from them, and it was amazing. But as amazing as this job was, I was very homesick for my family back in Boston. I'm originally from Massachusetts. I moved to New York when I was 13 to complete high school and also went to college there, but I still considered Massachusetts my home. So I decided to leave Graphic Image and move back to Boston. This was way before working from home was even a thing, so staying with the company wasn't an option. As a parting gift, Tom, the president of Graphic Image, gave me one of his clients, Mom Agenda, and that is where my journey to owning my own design agency started. I'll be forever grateful to Tom. I see him from time to time at stationery trade shows, and Mom Agenda is still a client of mine to this day, so it really was a life-changing gift. So now we're around like 2005, and then maybe through the period of 2012. Here I was 5 years post-grad in 2005, 4 or 5, and I dove headfirst into freelancing. I started working for Mom Agenda, whose planners I had designed at Graphic Image. We were able to pick up right where we left off, and I was able to handle all the design and overseas production for their entire product line with what I had learned the year before at Graphic Image. And this really was the motivation I needed to get my design agency underway. But the transition to self-employment without a safety net, super scary. So I got a day job in the production department of Candlewick Press, which is a children's book publisher. This introduced me to a wider world of overseas manufacturing. There I worked on some graphic novels and children's picture books using manufacturers overseas in China. I really learned a lot more of what a big publishing company does to interact with their suppliers in China and specific checkpoints of things that you need to do along the way in the whole production process. So here, all of the insight that I've learned by working these different realms of design and overseas production really helped me build credibility, the credibility I needed to launch my own agency. So as we fast forward to now 2013 through maybe 2015, I started to invest in myself and my business. I was completely self-employed at this time and knew I needed to grow my business past one freelance client, but I didn't know which direction I wanted to go in. For a minute, I thought I wanted to start designing my own product line of greeting cards. So I attended Paper Camp, which is hosted by Katie Hunt of Proof to Product, and I learned all the ins and outs of creating a stationery product line and selling your products wholesale. I left Paper Camp feeling completely inspired and armed with all the knowledge I needed to go forth and design this greeting card line. But when it came to creating my own product line, I was my worst client. I don't know if you've ever had to design things for yourself or write your own, about page or even Instagram bio. It's like you can't do it. You get shiny object syndrome and you think, oh, I want to add this or do this and have this different style. And I just found it so completely difficult to design for myself. But I plugged away, put my head down, leaned on the Proof to Product community for support. So now we're around 2016, and someone in the private Paper Camp Facebook community asked a question about manufacturing overseas. And I got so excited that I could actually answer a question and give back to this community that had given me so much. Well, that one question about overseas production in that Facebook group opened the floodgates of more overseas production process questions, and planner companies like Emily Lay started calling. This was the validation I needed to make things official. From then on, I focused on what I knew and what I loved, which was planner design and overseas production. I completely abandoned the greeting card idea altogether and fostered my planner design and production agency. That's when Copper Bottom Design Co. was born. The design and production agency is where I'm at today. I really like the boutique setting, so I keep a small amount of agency clients that I handle the entire design and production of their whole product lines for, which is so much fun to brainstorm every year about how we can expand their product line into different categories each year. We'll create custom pens, post-it notes, notebooks, page markers. Anything that can accompany or is a great complement to their planner line. I truly love being part of these businesses and helping them grow. I also take on a handful of special projects each year that are custom planner design projects or custom planner design and overseas manufacturing. So I'll leave a link in the description down here, a link to my website where you can check out my agency services. So there you have it. It's been a journey, a 20-year journey, almost. And my passion for planner design keeps getting stronger, as does my passion for helping fellow entrepreneurs like you. Which brings me to my promise from the beginning of this video, where I'm going to share my 3 pieces of advice for starting a business. 1, don't be afraid to grow slow. You see how long it took me to get here. It all happened organically. The pieces fell into place and I just didn't force it. Well, except for that time where I tried to do the greeting card thing, forced it there. But as you see, it didn't work out. I got stuck. Despite having the great Paper Camp community, it just wasn't working. I couldn't make it happen. And I think it's just because it wasn't the right fit. So take your time, grow slow, don't force things. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. 2, trust your gut. Ever have that feeling like where your spidey sense is telling you that something's not right? Listen to that. Number 3, be bold. Fortune favors the bold, right? And by this I mean push through your fears. This is where the magic happens, when you're outside of your comfort zone. For me, starting this YouTube channel, completely terrifying, but I get so much joy out of helping other business owners. It just makes my heart happy. So this is the best way I could think of to get you the knowledge that I want to share in an easy way to access. So are you going to be bold this year? Are you going to start your own business? Hit that like button if you're ready to start your own business, be bold, and grow with me. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today and listening to my journey. I'll be back each Thursday sharing the ins and outs of planner design and overseas manufacturing. Hit subscribe because I have some exciting videos you don't want to miss where I share my best kept secrets to truly elevate your products and take you from dream to date planner. See you next time.